Betting on Facebook, a marketing goldmine across the Americas.
Thank you, Jess, and welcome back to another panel. One of my favorites. I love discussing social media and the opportunities for social media and sportsbook across LatAm is a goldmine that one should explore in detail. And to do that, we have with us today L'Oreal, who's representing Facebook across Latin America. We have Javier Castro, who's representing Adsmurai, based in Colombia. That's a platform that helps operators target ads on social media as well. And we have with us Alvaro Jose, who's an operator from Rivalo. So we have a very distinct panel with us who will hopefully give us a lot of interesting insights into social media across LatAm. Welcome to the panel. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much, Iman, for the invitation.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure all mine. We'll start with you, L'Oreal. Tell us a bit more about Facebook. How easy is it to access the platform and tap into the vast gold mine that exists on the platform already? What's going on at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So I'm business development lead for the whole Americas region, focusing a lot on Latin America, regulated countries. So basically, Facebook allows operators to target consumers in our platforms before going through an onboarding process and being approved by our legal team and our policy team. So for regulated markets and approved operators, there is a lot of possibilities and opportunities to reach the right audience with our platforms.
Understood. So it's strictly in regulated markets and it's strictly for licensed operators. Those operators need to have the license from that specific jurisdiction in order to target players on Facebook. And Javier, tell us more about Adsmurai. So as a software platform, what do you do exactly? How do you fit in the formula?
Well, mainly what we do is we do help advertisers to reach the right audience, no? And Facebook and Instagram are very good platforms to advertise. I mean, Latin America, they are growing very, very fast in the recent years. So we help them to understand how they could reach the right audience, and also to generate like different advertising goals. No, for instance, if you are a new brand in any market, then you could start by doing branding goals. No, but then you could use those platforms to start increasing your traffic to your website or to your apps. But then you also could run advertising campaigns to increase the loyalty of the users. So what we do is to help them with a strategy, and then with technology to reach these goals. That's mainly what we do. We are Facebook partners, and we know very, very well how the platform works and how the users interact with the platform.
Okay, so you're an approved Facebook partner, you're saying. You also mentioned Instagram, which is essentially the sister of Facebook. They're part of the same platform. Any other social media platforms that anyone looking into LatAm should consider besides Facebook and Instagram? What's hot in LatAm?
Well, besides from Facebook, Instagram, well, there's also Messenger and WhatsApp, which are also part of the same
family. Do you guys work with other platforms using the software, or do you?
But also Twitter. It's mainly in sports. It's a very good platform also. Not as massive as Facebook, but is someone known right here. And well, TikTok is like getting in a hype recently, but I don't think it's right now a right platform to run ads for betting campaigns. No, so from my point of view, Facebook and Instagram, like there's a lot of people right there interacting and using the platform. So it's a very good platform for the strategy.
Okay, and Javier mentioned something. He mentioned TikTok. Now we understand TikTok is predominantly teens and a younger audience, which is not necessarily appealing to the gambling market because of restrictions. However, I mean, these teens will soon be 18, will soon be 21. So do operators think ahead and look into TikTok from as early as now, knowing that in a couple of years' time, the new generation coming into gambling is heavily present on TikTok, probably even more than other social media?
I think from an operator perspective, we don't look at it right now. We have to be very careful into which platforms we advertise, specifically because of the age restrictions, responsible gaming guidelines. Those are paramount. This is an industry just starting in Latin America, and it's a wave of new regulations coming down the road. So every licensed operator has to be very careful, very responsible in who they advertise with, where they advertise, and how they start making sure that their growth is consistent with the current regulation, is solid, and it's sustainable in a way that actually creates those synergies to grow as an industry. So to answer your question, no, we don't look at TikTok. We have tried different platforms. We have tried Twitter, but it doesn't even compare to the power what Facebook offers in terms of customer segmentation, of analytics, of how you can cross-integrate it with your different strategies. So from our operator perspective, we're not looking at those, let's say, younger social networks that are for I think younger audience. And what I think would happen in the future, Instagram, of course, you would say has probably a fresher audience than Facebook per se, but it's part of the same family, and we target and we use Instagram specifically for casino ads, and you have to separate between sports betting and casino. That's another differentiation that I would like to make, but we can go and talk about that as we move along.
And I wanted to also ask Javier what he observes from the multiple operators who use his platform. Is there a significant slice that belongs to casino, or is it purely sportsbook along all fronts?
Well, definitely it's increasing, and especially during the past months with all this.
Give me numbers, rough estimates. How it 50-50, 60-40?
I could say till last year, from our point of view, what we were watching is like 80 sports and then 20 casino. But then during these years, when sports were temporarily over, casino were increasing a lot. No, so right now it's like 60-40, more or less.
That's a really significant leap for casino. And what's your gut feeling? Do you think it's going to be restored back to pre-COVID numbers once all the sports goes back in action, people start enjoying football matches? Or do you think some of the casino traffic will stick?
Well, from our point of view, what we were listening from our clients and brands, it's that probably this percentage will still be like this, like 60-40. 60 sports and 40 casino, because the users have been like used to bet on casino, and I think this is the trend.
Yeah. Alvaro, I had a question for you.
Yes.
Between of all paid advertising, but including SEO done internally, how much would you say the average operator, how much of the whole pie is made up of paid social media advertising? So of all traffic, How much
Of all
of that
traffic.
is reliant on social media?
Of all traffic or of all money spent?
Give me both. I'm interested in
Oh,
actually both.
okay.
How much of it is
I
spent,
mean,
and then how much of it is social media?
okay, so I would say from our perspective, because I don't have like industry-wise
Sure.
numbers, we started with with sports betting in Colombia. Our license only allowed for sports betting, so all of our advertisement was geared through sports betting, and we had a marketing mix that comprised, I would say, of roughly 40% traditional ATL advertisement, which is TV ads and radio, and 60% digital. And from that 60% digital, you had search and you had Facebook, basically. Those were the two platforms where we spent our advertising dollars.
Okay, so it's all spent.
So the most part is digital. From our perspective, we like to keep most of our advertisement on the digital net platforms. And then we launched Casino in February. And what happened is that we noticed that Facebook outperformed the customers that we acquired through Facebook, had a lower customer acquisition cost when we were targeting casino than when we were targeting sports. So we switched. We started reallocating our dollars more into the casino acquisition and keeping sports on search. And one of the really interesting things that happened is that we were able to achieve a better performance, lower customer acquisition costs, and target specific customers that had a higher lifetime value. So one of the good things that happened is that with the tools that you have for customer segmentation, for retargeting, for uploading similar audiences into Facebook, you can really go into the detail of who you're targeting. And this business is not, it has a tricky part. Exactly. One thing is our volumes of people that you can sign up, but the real key is the value of the players that you sign up. Not everyone is as valuable. You need to try to reach valuable customers to eventually go to VIP customers, and that the tools that Facebook gives you to build similar audiences, those are great. You cannot find those anywhere else. So yes, that's specific micro segmentation, be it by gender, age, interest groups, a location. So for us, it's a data-driven advertisement, and we've been switching to it. I don't think that when sports kick back up worldwide, that we will eventually be switching. I think most of our advertising dollars are going to be on casino ads, on entertainment. And at least on Facebook, because we see the best performance over there. Hopefully, we will eventually have more tools. I know Facebook has done some live streaming of sports, and they are really moving into that part of the sporting world with streaming of the. For example, we had the final of the Copa Libertadores, which was live stream on Facebook. So people are starting to see more live sports on the Facebook platform, and that will help drive out the advertising for that segment in the near future. But for now, we're seeing it heavily focused on casino games, and I think with us, that's at least going to stay for the near-term future.
Very interesting. You mentioned another keyword, which was part of my questions, the future. And I'd like to sum up with one last comment from each. Talking about foresight, what are you foreseeing in the nearby future? What are the hot trends that are enriching the gaming industry? Whether it's more mobile use, more sponsorship going on social platforms. Give us some of your insights. Maybe we'll start with you, L'Oreal.
Yes, sure. So as Alvaro mentioned, I see the broadcasting of soccer events and other sports events as a huge trend. We launched Facebook Watch in 2018, and we closed the deal to broadcast Champions League. And this year, the finals of Champions League was the most watched event in the history of Facebook Watch. We have millions of people in the region watching. So I see this behavior changing, not only television being the main channel for these type of events, And I don't see the streaming as on this type of transmissions as only a streaming platform. I see it as a way of fans to connect with other fans, share, comment, interact during the live matches. This is something that is a current trend that I think it will grow. And in the future, we will have this connectivity being improved and leveraged by the new technologies that will probably arrive in the region, like 5G, AR, VR, new ways to interact with sports events. So the operators that can start studying about it and seeing how things are happening in Europe and United States, more developed markets, the technologies will probably arrive there first. I think we will have an opportunity to grow the region with new insights. So this is how I see the landscape for now and for the next years. And I believe that we have a lot of opportunity on social with that.
Splendid. Javier, give us your foresight.
Yeah. Well, I'm very aligned with what Lorelai has told us before. We see a huge opportunity in social media right here in Latin America, because all the players of the sector are right here. I mean, the operators, the players, the fans, the teams, everyone is interacting with each other on these platforms. So I think the opportunity to grow is amazing. And I see also a very good opportunity on, for instance, Facebook groups, because there's a lot of people like not only chatting about the match that they are watching on TV or Facebook, but also they are increasingly becoming famous by themselves, no? Because the best player about betting and all this, so they are also becoming like influencers. So there's also a very nice trend on social media that I think is a very huge opportunity for operators, brands, and everyone that is not only on sports but also on casino. So yeah, I think that the future is very positive.
Extremely interesting. Thank you, Javier. Alvaro, final remarks.
Well, yes, from an operator perspective, I think near term, what you're going to start seeing is a live streaming of, let's say, casino players as we have in Europe. People streaming them like e-game players, but playing casino games and building up followers. So I think the gaming, the streaming platform of Facebook, where you have traditionally e-gamers streaming themselves play, that's going to happen to casino players, so that they know that they can show people how to play and which casino slots or games are the most fun to play at. I think that's something that we'll start seeing fairly soon. What I would like to see is a little bit of more horizontal integration. For example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is huge in the region. We would like to see WhatsApp integrated to Facebook and use WhatsApp bots to eventually place bets by WhatsApp via WhatsApp, when you can actually just via sending a text message and you're integrated with an operator, you can actually place the bet just by sending a chat through WhatsApp. So I think the key here would be
I see Lorea taking notes.
Yeah, let's send this for the product team.
Yes, one of the things that really it's key for us, it's the innovation and how we can, most of it, we'll look at it from a marketing perspective. But for us as an operator, it's key to work with the technology department to see how technology insights, ideas come about with innovation, so that we can do this sort of integrations, cross-platform integrations that really drive the value of the players, the analytics. So I think one of the things that we have to work on as operators and as providers for operators, be it a platform or being a media agency, is going deeper. Not only staying at the execution level of marketing budgets and marketing performance, but going a step further and looking into technological integrations. And that thing, I think that's key. For the future, what I would see and what's most likely going to happen is that when Lorelai is saying the rollout of 5G, which always lags behind in Colombia or in Latin America as a whole, eventually that will jumpstart another phase of watching live sports. And we definitely see a future when people go into the stadium, they just put a couple of glasses on and they have augmented reality. They connect with friends and they see right there on their glasses the quotas, the odds, and they can place a bet with voice command. They might be watching a football game, a game of basketball, and that's I'm talking about not even 10 years. I think this is going to start. We start going to be seeing this in 5 years in the most developed markets, where you have the data feed integrated, you have the social media platform right there. You see what your friends are betting on. You see the odds changing real time, and just by using voice commands, you can either place a bet or interact in a way that has not been seen for now. So the future is very exciting in what's happening, and I think Latin America always comes sort of late to the party, but it brings the swing. It brings really the way to move things forward at a pace that has not been seen anywhere else. So we have technological challenges, but there are great creative people, innovative people in the region. The things that we're doing with Rappi right now are going to be really something to talk about. I think for the industry as a whole, and that will showcase a huge explosion once countries start regulating themselves, and this is going to happen really, really fast.
Yeah, extremely exciting times. I mean, until a few years ago, the situation was much, much different, but it's so exciting to see states across Latin America regulating the space, to see great platforms like Facebook embracing the vertical and allowing regulated markets and regulated casinos and operators to come in the space. So I couldn't agree more. The future is very, very bright for the industry, and specifically for social media as being the holy grail to connect this vast market to operators. Once again, Javier, Lorea, Alvaro, thank you so much for being with us. Jess and Hamza, back to you.